Hi, I'm Genna Hewitt-Abbott. I'm a senior at Mission. I am going to be performing a monologue from The Diary of Adam and Eve, and I will be singing
Screw you,
13
okay.
Stories Down, a song from 13 Stories Down called Expectations
Stop
of
it.
a Man. No, you won't.
Can you keep that in the video?
Talk about comedy sports first.
I've been on comedy sports for 4 years. I got into it my 7th, 8th grade year at La Paz. A bunch of us would come down. We'd all like go to TK's or get food together and then come to comedy sports. So I was like, hey, they're funny, I'm funny. This will work out perfectly. So I did comedy sports, and then I realized I'm in fact not funny, and that's pretty much it. I like comedy sports because especially this last year, we're all so positive and loving, and sorry, a dork just walked in. You'll edit that out. It's been really just, A, we're all really liberal, which has been real fun. B, a lot of Bernie Sanders memes. C, the group chat we have on Instagram with all of us just sending memes to each other. And every time I look on the members page and I see Bernie Sanders on our group chat, I just cry a little inside out of joy and anger. It's just been so fun, and I feel like I've learned how to be a team player, how to work with other people, how to properly be funny, how to say the worst puns you'll ever hear in your entire life, and how, I think I've said this, but like how to work with very different people, because doing a scene with Haley and Miranda is very different than doing a scene with Zach Dove and Sean Martin. And so that's like, what scene? And so that's the thing that I do.
Is there any favorite scenes that you remember? Any funny moments from practices?
Rodney, Rebecca, and Rick. Can I talk about the porn scene?
Sure.
Freshman year, it was me. Was Kenny in that scene? It was Liam, Noah, and Tyler Hansel. And Tyler Hansel, like, if he showed up, it was a miracle. And the scene suggestion was medium, and Tyler walks in, or Noah, Liam, one of them walks in and goes, small, large, oh, I need a medium. And so they started talking about, like, oh, they needed a medium for this shoot, and blah, blah, blah. And then, open the door.
I might crash.
And then, so they're talking, and then I kind of walk in, and I didn't really say anything, and Tyler goes, he like walks with an imaginary clipboard and goes like, come on guys, we gotta stay on schedule, we only have the studio for so long, we have to shoot the whole scene today. And I'm like, I think we all at that point knew that it was gonna be about porn scene, but we've all kind of avoided the topic of it. And then in the last like 30 seconds, Liam walks on stage and he pulls his pants down and walks back on stage and goes, so are we gonna do this or what? And as a small freshman, that was the worst experience of my entire. It was so funny. He just didn't have pants on.
What are you gonna miss most about comedy sports?
I almost just said my butt. I'm gonna miss. Okay, that's really frustrating.
Okay.
I'm going to miss Monday practices. I actually do miss our Thursday tutorials that we had with Belfield because they were every Thursday, and I always had somewhere to go. And when that was like one of the first times I got to break the rules because Kenny would take us outside and the narcs would be like, what are you doing? Why are you outside during tutorial? And we'd be like, oh, we're comedy sports, we're really cool. And we weren't, but we thought we were. I like having the practices before. I like thinking of games. I like learning new games. My favorite thing of the entire year, I just remembered, is when we do good, bad, worse, and dating game, but we play each other. And so like inspirations for, I played Ben the other day, and I just like kept doing my hair, and I was like, and when people are playing me, they're like flipping their hair and talking about like shit and stuff, and it's, yeah, that's my favorite thing, and we've done it the last couple of years is like our end of the year fun game. No, don't cut me off! I've been in, if I still am doing the right count, I've been in 15 productions at Mission. by like teching, being in them. Yeah, those are the two options. Um, I've been in a lot of comedy sports matches, and so I've done a lot of performing, but I've also done a lot of designing and technical work. The most prominent probably being assistant stage managing for Boys Next Door, which was really difficult. And I was really glad I had alumni, Meghan Vendel Weird. We teamed up, and that was really fun because it was the first time I really had the responsibility of being responsible for like props and costumes and making sure everyone knew what they were doing. And this segment is about performing, not tech.
What was your favorite show?
Oh, my favorite show. I have a lot of favorite moments from different shows. My favorite moment from Spring Awakening was the tech rehearsal when we first got our makeup, and I have a picture of Jason because he looked like the moon emoji, and he was like, with his makeup. I also loved the tech rehearsal for Spring Awakening was probably my favorite tech rehearsal ever because A, it was miserable, B, Scott fell asleep, C, I crocheted just in a straight line of yarn all the way across the stage, which is like 12 something, 13 feet, something like that, just a straight line of yarn all the way across. We had the fog machine, obviously, where Miranda died and Shekinah got asthma. Just in like 30 seconds. We had Mr. White screaming. So those are like, that's my favorite part of Spring. I love Legally Blonde because being a main character is never not fun. I lied, there are times. 4 flashbacks. I loved Odd Couple because I liked throwing a plate of spaghetti off of the stage and missing every single time. I liked when Just Beat It played instead of this crashing plate sound effect. Thanks, Jackson. I liked Sweet Charity because wearing 2 bras to make my boobs look really good was a lot of work, but there's a lot of jokes that came with it. Miranda's wearing my dress. I loved One Acts because I got to work with, or my junior year, I loved One Acts then, and my senior year. Junior year because I got to work with Nick, Jared, and Jason, who are 3 legends. And this year because directing, especially working with Tyler, Bridget, and Rachel Herlin, who are just, they were those people that like, you tell them to do something, like you give them an inch in a good way, and they go a mile, which is in a good way, don't be offended. I would tell them like, maybe do something like this, and they would somehow always do it perfectly, and I was so grateful for them. I liked ripping my shirt off in One Acts. I liked, yeah, it's been, I don't have like one, oh yeah, by far this is my favorite. I have a lot of good memories from each show that I've been in, especially Fiddler, who didn't love Fiddler.
Well, any lessons that you've actually taken away from being in the class or just performing in general here?
Always be 5 minutes early, at least, to anything. Except I'm late all the time. So that a lesson I've learned is to do that, even though I don't. I had one, and now it's gone because Miranda just put cups in my dress. Okay. No, I had a good one.
How has being an MBA just drama changed you?
I'm a much more cynical, pessimistic person. I also know much more about socialism and communism than I did previously. I am somehow much more liberal and socialist than I was before, and that was hard to do. I hate gays. No, please don't put that in. I just showed a picture of her mom. I just put my family picture of me. I hate gays. Then Michaela Shields runs up and punches me in the face. I'm getting into family. A lot of these people I knew Miranda in 3rd grade and on. I knew Virginia in 1st grade, a little bit of kindergarten, but 1st grade. Knew Haley in 1st grade, and then a lot of these people I've met 7th, 8th, or freshman year. And we're somehow still friends. Why? I don't know. I hate every single person in this room right now. I'm just pretending. I have 13 days till I graduate, and then I'm never seeing any of you again. The amount of middle fingers that are in my face is it's just astounding. There's so
It's just
many.
two.
That's
astounding.
I've gained a lot
Wow.
of friends, and I've gained good memories.
What will you miss about being in high school in the theater department?
I'll miss being able to break the rules and go off campus and claim that it was drama, because that's what we all look forward to. I'm gonna miss like 7th periods, especially this year where we're just kind of like, what are we gonna do? I don't know. Let's just not do anything. Okay, and so we didn't, and that was last year too. I feel like, are we gonna do something today? No, we're not. And so we didn't. We didn't do anything. As much as I hated it while I was in the moment, I look back on it now fondly, was I don't think we had a single lecture my junior year in drama because we had one, because we were just rehearsing and doing shows, and that was really stressful, and at times I was like, man, I want to do a lecture because I'm not off book. And instead we'd rehearse and I'd be in trouble for not being off book, but it was fun, and I liked the constant work, not the stress so much, but the challenges. And I really liked the hair and makeup because I've never had a good hairstyle in any show ever. Thank you very much, Mrs. Carter.
Any last thank yous?
Thank you to my dad. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you to Haley for laying at my feet this whole time. Thank you to hi. Thank you to Miranda for holding my hand when we get stressed. Yeah. Okay, fine. Thanks to Trevor for putting up with my RBF. Thanks to Peyton for always giving me Disney trivia. Thank you for Virginia for being there and putting up with me for 12 frickin' long years. Thanks to Jared for wearing the Kiki the Colorist shirt all the damn time.
The damn time.
Thanks to Katie for not making fun of me when I dance funny. Thanks. Those are the people that are in the room. You can edit as much of this out as you want. Thanks to those puppets that freak me out. Thanks to the puppets for being there. Thanks to my parents for dealing with me, especially the first I made Peyton joke. Thanks to my parents for putting up, especially when I couldn't drive, and always bringing me things when I forget them. I really do love you, although it's questionable sometimes, especially with Hayden, because it's quite obvious he's your favorite child, and I'm still angry. I wanted a dog, and you gave me a brother, so fight me. No! I love you, thank you, Hayden, you're a dork, but you're the master of memes. I'd like to thank the puppets for always being—
God damn you.
I wanted to list my injuries really fast. So freshman year, I broke my arm during Frida Sarah's song, The Dream and Fiddler. Sophomore year, I fell on stage several times, but no sustainable injuries until anything goes, when I fell backstage and broke a rib. Junior year, my hair, I think I'm going to count that as an injury to my pride. And then I got a bloody nose while I was kissing Reed. I'm sorry. It was the gay. And then this year, senior year, I have 4 new scars on my legs from rug burns from launching myself during the filming of a comedy sports promo video. And from Sweet Charity, I had bruises up and down my legs from scene changes and crawling on Rhythm of Life. And there have been many more cuts and bruises along the way, but those are the substantial ones.